Hi guys, Christy here. I know it's been a while since I've recorded a video and posted it. I've been dealing with some health issues, so I'm sorry. Um, I'm still new at this and still a little nervous, but I did want to get on here and post. I'm doing a couple of readathons this month. The first one is the middle grade magic readathon. And then I'll be also doing the reading rush, which is formerly known as booktubeathon. But for this video, I'm going to be going over my middle grade magic readathon TBR, and I've got all the information here. It has its own Twitter, so it's the mid-grade magic on Twitter if you want to look that up. And the hosts are Cozy Reader Kelly, Cara from Wilde Book Garden, Kier from Kier the Scrivener, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and Yvette from Book Cave. And I'll try and post their information down below for you. They're the ones that created it. But here are the challenges. So they wanted to make middle grade, I think, more accessible to everyone and make everyone understand. It's not just for little kids to read. Like, adults can read it, teenagers can read it, and that it's not just little kid topics, that it ranges from a lot of different stuff. So the challenges are addressing particular myths when it comes to middle grade reading. And so the first one says, find your favorite. The myth is middle grade is a genre. Now, it's not. Middle grade is an age range typically. Middle grade has all the different genres from fiction and nonfiction, but fantasy, sci-fi, historical fiction, all of that stuff. So your first challenge is, it says, read a middle grade novel in your favorite genre. Well, my favorite genre is fantasy. So for this, I'm going to read a book that my son has been begging me to read. I haven't wanted to, but this is perfect timing. And actually, my daughter has the actual book with her at choir camp right now. So I'm going to use another book in this series, but I think we'll post a picture of the first book. But it is the Warrior series. And he wants to read the first one because he thinks I'll get hooked. Now, I don't know. We'll see. It's about, these clans of cats, like tribes of cats. And yes, you dawn of the clan. So they're clans. And they all have, like, human emotions. And they have families. And then they have wars. And the thing that I don't want to read about is them dying. And there's a lot of fighting and death in these. And for middle grade, I think that's like craziness, but he loves this series and he's been begging me to read it, so I'm going to read the first one, which is just Warriors, I believe. So we will see. It's not like this one is a little over 300 pages, and probably the first one is about the same size, so it won't take me long to read it because it's middle grade, but I'm crossing my fingers that there's not a lot of, like, deaths of the animals. I don't know why human characters' deaths are less hard on me than animals. Okay, so I've got the challenges right down here. The second challenge is called Sugar and Spice. The myth is middle grade is always light and fluffy. The challenge is read a middle grade novel that handles a dark, serious, or important topic. Now, I don't have a whole lot of middle grade, so I had to kind of peruse my kids' bookshelves. And my daughter had this one that she was fixing to read, and I said, hey, can I borrow that? And it's called The Truth About Truman School by Truman School. Hello, Christy. By Dory Hillstead Butler. And I believe this is about online bullying. So it says, Dear Lily, you are going down. Signed, Anonymous. And so what it is these kids started this website where they wanted other kids to be able to post stuff about the real Truman Middle School, it says, to say things that the school newspaper would never say. And give everyone a chance to say what they wanted to say. But given the chance, some people will say anything to hurt someone else. So it's about online bullying, and which is really prevalent in today's society. And I think it's great that there's a middle grade book that covers this topic. So it's not very long. 169 pages, something like that. So it won't take me very long to get through it, but we'll see. I'm hoping it's really good, and I hope my daughter will love it as well. And the third challenge is boosting voices. Middle grade is homogenous in terms of the perspective and backgrounds representative. Middle grade is making great strides in the diversity of authors and stories published. Help that trend continue by supporting the work that's already being done. So the challenge is reading an own voices middle grade book. And own voices means the author is writing from their marginalized perspective that they share with the character. And I'm excited. I've been wanting to read this one for a while. So this is one of my books I didn't have to borrow from my kids. And it is called Dragon Pearl from Yoon Ha Lee. And it is based on Korean myth and lore, and written by a Korean author, Yoon Ha Lee. And I have heard such good things about this. It's a 13-year-old girl, and it's about comes from a long line of fox spirits, and there is so much more than fox spirits in this from what I've been told. And I can't wait. I don't really want to know much more than that. My daughter is going to read this. Also, she loves everything Korean myth and lore and food and language, anything. Like she loves Korean culture and wants to learn more about it. So I'm excited about this. And this one, let's see, a little over 300 pages also. So that's the one I'm most excited to read. All right, challenge 4 is bend the rules. Middle grade has non-negotiable set of characteristics. For the purpose of this challenge, here are some qualities often assumed to exist in every middle grade novel. Main character between 11 and 14. Simple writing style. Plot that doesn't get too scary, serious, or dangerous. And the challenge is to read a middle grade novel that bends one or more of the typical definitions of middle grade. Now, I don't know if this one actually fits that one or not. We'll have to see. I mean, it is definitely seems like darker, but I don't know. If it doesn't fit the theme well, there are some other ones that I've been kind of looking at. I just don't own them, so I'd have to buy one. And I was really trying to read books that we have on our shelves, so I don't have to go buy a book. But the book that I'm going to try and read is Frog Kisser by Garth Nix. And this is kind of like fairy tale, where this young girl is a princess, and she's forced to live with her stepfather, and she's plagued, it says, with the unfortunate ability to break curses with a magic-assisted kiss. And so she's forced to go on the run with her stepfather when he decides to make the kingdom entirely his own. Maybe not with him, just on the run. And so there's a talking dog, a boy thief trapped in a body of a newt, and it says extraordinarily mischievous wizards. And I think probably it ends up that there's also a boy. But it says this is for all ages. It says it's 50% fairy tale, 50% fantasy, and 100% enjoyment from the start to the finish. I think it sounds great. It's actually, I think, the longest of all of these. It's, like 370 pages. And we'll see. I'm excited. Now, the last challenge is Reader's Choice. And this myth is middle grade is only for little kids. So the challenge is choose any middle grade book you're excited about reading. So I do not actually own one, but I'm going to order one. And hopefully I'll get one by the time the end of this is running around. And this runs from, I think, July 14th to the 24th. And so it kind of runs a little bit over the reading rush. So I plan on using this last book also in my reading rush TBR. And that book is, and don't kill me because I haven't read this series, it's the first book in the Harry Potter series. I've watched all the movies and I've loved them, and I had just never, I think I was maybe just a different age range when those came out, and I didn't know they even existed until the movies. And then I'd watched all the movies and I thought, well, I don't really need to read the books because I've watched all the movies. But everybody says the books are filled with so much more stuff and in-depth, and I'm excited. I know everybody's going to kill me because I have not, even though I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Okay, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to read the first Harry Potter book. So, here, we're going to put a picture of it right here. Anyway, that is my middle grade readathon TBR. It starts on Monday, and I'm kind of excited about it. Not like fun, easy reads. I honestly will probably be reading my regular books mixed into these because these won't take me long to finish. Also, I'm going to vlog this, and that'll be an experience because me and my phone camera in the middle of the night, yikes. I'm apologize ahead of time for how I will look because it's probably not going to be cute half the time, but oh well. If anybody wants to buddy read any of these with me or join in on the middle grade readathon, like, feel free. Comment below, message me, hit me up on Instagram, Discord, wherever. I'm excited about this. And one of the hosts, Kelly, I adore her. I'm going to check out the other hosts' channels. I haven't done that yet, but I need to, because if Kelly recommends them, then that means they're great. So I'm excited, and I hope you guys join in on the fun. I hope you will get some enjoyment out of my probably crazy vlogging experience of it. And that's all, folks. I hope everyone's having a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.